rAVe Radio. With rants and raves, you'll be okay. And today is your lucky day. It is rants and raves with Gary K.
Hey everyone, this is Gary K, and welcome to another edition of my Rants and Raves video cast. I'm joined with my friend Sam Taylor, who's Executive Vice President of Exertis Almo. Sam, how are you?
Good. How are you, Gary?
I'm doing well. And we're talking today because you got a big announcement today. Why don't you make the announcement here on rAVe?
Yeah, so we're happy to announce that we have acquired and Caddrillion, a company that does engineering, design, and drafting and programming for us, is joining forces with us and becoming part of Exertis Almo.
So, I'll put a link in the description of the video cast so you can go to their website, but it's caddrillion.com, Caddrillion.com. And obviously for those people that know Caddrillion, and obviously they've already been doing work for you, but they're a design company that is a systems designer that kind of can design any kind of system. So a salesperson can engage with them to design a project or design an entire facility. They do obviously systems with every product in our industry. But I know they've been working with you for a while, but why the acquisition? Why not just continue to work with them? What's the difference in the way, what will be the difference in acquiring them?
Well, first of all, they met Justin Gregory a couple of years ago. Really nice guy. He's the CEO and the founder of Caddrillion. And over the course of we started working with them 3 or 4 years ago, and they just grew so quickly to become our most trusted and reliable and best third-party services company that we were working with. And so consequently, our sales with them grew to a point where we are about 40% of their overall business. And it was like, hey, it's time to make this official and have them join us. We really they have such great people, such experienced programmers, such experienced engineers, that we wanted to be part of our team. We want to help actually scale that business, help Justin scale that business. He's coming over and he's going to still be running that portion of the business. He's a great guy, really experienced. And so we're really excited about this.
So, I see that obviously, I've been talking about this for years, that the industry is going to move. It's just going to the services part of the industry is just going to continue to grow, and the amount of hardware we're selling is going to shrink in each average system. But obviously the systems are still driven by hardware. Like, you can put some things in the cloud, but you can't put projectors and monitors and everything in the cloud. You can't put microphones in the cloud. You can't put speakers in the cloud. So we're obviously going to still have a lot of hardware, but the expertise in designing systems and the way that the industry is moving to more cloud-based opportunities, there's a great opportunity for you to increase your services offering. Is that sort of like a glimpse at sort of the direction you might go in the future?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're spot on there.
Do you think, I guess I'm surmising that, that as you expand services, it's going to make sense for you to look at sort of the amount of business you're doing with each of these service providers and evaluate that for what's in the best interest of Exertis and going forward. And I suspect now that you're owned by Exertis and, part of this large organization, Caddrillion's business should increase significantly in the amount of jobs they'll be working on, because now they'll have access to everyone globally, right? Or is this just going to be in North America?
Oh no, we're gonna open it up for, if there's projects that need to be done for our European counterparts or our Asian Pacific folks. They'll certainly be able to help them and assist them. So yeah, they're going to get more business from Exertis, and we're going to help them grow and scale their business for our customer base here in the United States.
And do I'm working with an integrator right now that, it's pretty decent sized integrator, certainly one of the top 10 in the industry. And interestingly enough, more than 40% of their total revenue is now generated by services. When do you see that sort of being a norm in our industry? Because obviously services are more profitable, but more importantly, you have a different level of a relationship with a customer when you provide services than when you're just a vendor of hardware. I know you and I both have talked about this and agree with this. But where do you think, and how do you see Almo or Exertis Almo helping driving this with the services that you offer to make a larger portion of the integrators offering services?
Yeah, I mean, as you know, we've been doing digital signage services. We've been doing programming services. We've been doing
Well,
player
bandwidth is another example. Like, there's not a single system that is not using a lot of bandwidth nowadays.
Yeah, our internet services, that's been growing. So we're pretty much almost have a full suite of services now.
And installers too. You provide installers.
Yes, absolutely. So and that's one of the bigger ones as well. So that and that's been growing rapidly. So as our integrators, you know, a lot of them don't want to have 100% full-time employees. It's hard to scale up and scale down when you have the peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
You know, we're not here to replace what they're doing. We're here to augment and support them. You know, and there's some that want to use us, you know, totally, and there's others that want to use us just when they have, you know, a peak and or, you know, so we're not here to compete with them. We're here to help them grow their business, just kind of as you alluded to.
Yeah, and I think that it's interesting. I think that I can envision that your services is getting large enough now that it almost needs a separate section of your shows. Like the E4 experiences have been sort of the flagship regional events of the industry for many years, before it's called E4 Experiences, the E4 AV Tour back in the olden days. But I suspect that the services groups need to have almost a separate section where they're really pitching their stuff in a more comprehensive way, rather than just having a little table saying, come and see us. Because it's interesting, like a company like Caddrillion, they are touching all the products there, and they have access to everything. And by the way, let's talk about the elephant in the room here is, obviously Exertis Almo doesn't sell everything. Will Caddrillion still be able to spec any product? Does it really matter whether or not Exertis Almo carries it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we want to do what's in the best interest of our customers, and even if that means that it's something that we don't currently have in our line, we won't. We've told Caddrillion to keep doing exactly what they're doing and put the right solution in there for the customer. We're not going to force something to get a hardware sale that's not in the best interest of the end user or our customer, the integrator.
Well, you can check them out at Caddrillion.com, spelled Caddrillion.com. And, it's an interesting acquisition. And I think it's timely going into 2023, because I think that, when you can't get supplies, you can certainly still provide services. And I think that the creative companies have been driven by design build or design consulting, because what's happened is when you have to put in a substitute product, the ability to know what product's out there is critical, because a lot of times an integrator gets stuck with one brand, and when that brand can't ship, they're not sure exactly how to get around that. And I think having design people on your team is a good idea, because that will allow you to provide that as a service, almost like just saying, hey, you have this product that's not available. Well, here's another product that is available. I think just that knowledge is invaluable nowadays. And unfortunately, we've talked about many times, this supply chain thing is going to drag on a little longer. It's not going to just end completely in 2023. So timely wise, I think this is great timing for you.
Well, yeah, thank you. And the supply chain's getting better, but you're right. It's not, we're not out of the woods here yet.
Yeah, exactly. Well, of course, you can check out Exertis Almo at exertisalmo.com. They'll be at ISE, obviously, in Barcelona now, the end of January, beginning of February. And of course, we will be working with them to announce the new E4 Experience Tour stops in 2023 here in the coming weeks. In the meantime, you can check out all the stuff we've done in the E4s during 2022 at ravepubs.com/E4. Sam Taylor, I appreciate you joining me today. Thank you for making this announcement on my video cast.
Thank you, Gary, and hope you have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for watching. And this has been Gary K and my Rants and Raves video cast. You can see all of them at ravepubs.com.
Rave Radio. With rants and raves, you'll be